Hey everyone, Aubrey here. So you've decided to take the plunge and invest in your company's 401k. And this is a good thing. I want to cover a couple of the mistakes to avoid when opening your 401k so that you can maximize the 401k and your ability to retire later in life. Okay, so the first mistake is not contributing enough to get your employer's match. So in a lot of cases, an employer will actually contribute as well to your 401k and will match what you put in up to some percentage. So if that percentage is 6%, then if you contribute 6%, the company will match it. But if you only contribute 3%, the company will match the 3%, but the next 3% up to 6%, you're not going to get that match because you're not contributing. And this is the same as just leaving money on the table. It's money that you could easily get if you just increased the amount that you put into your 401k. So I would encourage you, make sure that you contribute to that same percentage. If it's 3%, if it's 6%, whatever percentage that your company is going to match, contribute that much so you get that full match. So the second mistake is not logging into the account and just looking at where your money is being invested. In a lot of cases, the 401k will have a default fund that if you don't select anything, that's what you will end up investing in. And it's just hard to tell what that is. So you want to log into your 401k when you're getting everything set up and select what to invest in. So you make the choice and you don't just automatically take the default. And you may wonder, well, what should I invest in my 401k? And that can be a whole other video, but just very quickly, I would suggest deciding on one of two things. Either a target date fund, which is just you decide what year that you're going to say be 65. So if that's the year 2040 or 2050 or whatever that year is that you would turn 65, you would select that target date fund. And that will have this risk adjusted, and it will automatically sort of shape how you're invested in, how much in stocks and how much in bonds, and all that's kind of taken care of for you. There are some drawbacks, but at least you will have that as a good basis. So if you don't want to go the target date fund route, you could just choose an S&P 500 indexed fund. And almost any of the 401k providers, if it's Fidelity, if it's Vanguard, whoever it is going to offer as one of the funds available to you in that 401k, an S&P 500 index fund. These are low fee funds. They simply track the S&P 500 index, which is a solid index to track. It's one of the best performing indexes of all time in the stock market. This is just my opinion, but if you have more than 20 years to go until you retire, you're going to want to be investing in something pretty aggressive, and the S&P 500 is just what you're looking for. And again, this is just keeping it simple, just those two choices, and when you have more time and you want to do some more researching, you can go back later and make an adjustment. And the third mistake, logging into your account to check your balance when the market is down. It's very tempting when you see on the news the market, maybe you hear is going down, there's some trouble, and you want to log into your account and see what your account is like and what that's doing to your 401k. I say don't do that. It's just going to make you uncomfortable, and it's going to tempt you to sell all your investments, go to cash, and sit and wait it out. And I've talked to multiple people who have done this, and almost every time it ends up in disaster, really, for them and their investment, because you can get out, but when do you get back in? No one can predict the stock market, and particularly for instance, COVID-19. And the market bottomed in March, and then it came roaring back so fast. And people that sold out, in late February, they sold all their investments in March sometime, when did they get back in? Unless they somehow knew that the market was going to rocket back up so fast. Most likely they waited too long and they ended up having to buy back into the market when it's above where they sold. And they're losing money in that scenario. So just buy and hold. Leave your 401k alone. Let it do what it's got to do. The market will go up and down. Your 401k balance will also go up and down. Don't worry about it. You're not going to need that money for a long time. And there's a couple ways to think about this. First of all, when the market goes down, every paycheck that comes along, that money is going from your paycheck into your 401k and buying funds. If the market is down, you're buying them on sale. So who doesn't like a sale, right? You know that stock market is going to go back up. It has always gone back up. Even out of the Great Depression, even out of the Great Recession, even out of COVID-19, it always went back up. So don't worry if the stock market goes down. You're just buying it on sale. The second way to think about it is the stock market goes down, the value of your 401k goes down, you're losing money, but you're not really losing money, not until you sell, and you're not going to sell, so you're not losing money. The other way to think about this is if you log into Zillow and you look at your home value and then say you heard home values are going down or whatever is with the housing market, do you log into Zillow and look at your home value and think, maybe I should sell my house? No, you don't do that, because most likely you're not going to be selling your house unless you have plans that you want to move. But otherwise, most people don't care what the housing market is going to be doing, or looking at what their house value is week to week or even year to year, unless they're planning to sell and move someplace. The same thing for your retirement. You should not be logging in there to look at the account value month to month or even year to year. Now you do want to log in every so often, probably about once a year, just to check on things and see if you need to do some kind of adjustment, some kind of rebalancing, but that's different. That's not logging in because the market has gone down and you're thinking, maybe I should sell. So, regardless of what the stock market is doing, just stay the course. Let your 401k do the work. Keep letting your contributions be deposited into the account and buying the funds, and the stock market will come back. It always does. Hopefully this content was helpful for you. If so, I invite you to subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next video.